Hello and welcome. In Ravenfield you can add a time stop mod which slows down enemies and physics, but not you. It will be a little bit of work, but it's worth it. Let's go for it. You'll need three things. Get your Ravenfield folder. Go to Ravenfield in your Steam library, right click it, go to Properties, go to Local Files, press Browse Local Files. This opens up this window. At this point I'm shutting down Steam so that the mods don't get loaded. There's also a command line option, but I'm too lazy, so I will just run Ravenfield from here by double-clicking it. Alright, anyways, we're going to go to Ravenfield Data and the folder called Managed. The next thing you're going to need is the NSpy. Link is in the description. Make sure you have at least version 5.0.5. Update the NSpy. You already have the NSpy? Great! Update it. Your DNSpy is too old. Alright, so get this zip and extract it and run the NSpy. It looks like this inside. Just find the NSpy file with this icon. Alright, just double click it. Once you start it, just click somewhere here on the left side and press Ctrl A. You can see at the bottom left what I'm clicking. Ctrl A and then the delete key. Okay, that one doesn't show. So it's clear on the side. The third thing you're gonna need is these instructions, unless you really just want to follow the video, but you don't even need the video. You can just get this text file. The link is in the description, and you can click the raw icon, and you'll see in your browser a raw file. These are all the instructions for the mod based on NewSB's old timestop mod. Thanks to NewSB and BlipLoop, they helped me out in the Ravenfield Discord modding chat. And what the mod does is it makes everything 0.01 fast, times fast as it is by default, and it makes you 1.2 times fast as you are by default. So anyways, remember this folder with assembly-c#.dll and assembly -c#-firstpass.dll, you need this one. We're going to start by following the instructions here. Let me just zoom in. And we need to get the assembly-c#.dll file right into the NSpy. Let me just put the NSpy over here. Okay, and now we're going to unfold this part and this part. Let me zoom in a little. And the one with a dash. So now let's go to the FPS actor controller class. FPS, not first person. We have first person stuff also, but we need FPS. FPS actor controller, there we go. And now we go to the update function, scroll down, 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 down alphabetically as the sorting. Update is here. Alright, so first step is to actually make time slow down to not a fifth, but to a hundredth. And we do this by replacing this part with this part. So let's see, we scroll down. Right click, press edit method, and this section, which I outlined over here, we replace with this section. Basically, all you have to do is press read the text. Press it, but also read it. So copy paste, Control V is what I'm gonna press. Let me just remove this thing. Control V, and there it is. And now press compile. If you do get an error, just delete everything from the left side and drag the files back in. So this is the first thing. So let's just, before we do this, let me just test Ravenfield real quick so you can see the difference. By the way, you will need to know what the slowdown key is. Press escape, press options, go to input, and find the key that says slow motion. By default, it should be caps lock. I prefer B, just press it, press B. Is my recommendation, but B is assigned to something else, so you might want to switch whatever B by default is assigned to. Anyways, I prefer B. So now let's look. If I press B without the mod, without applying the changes I made so far, you can see how fast they're moving. If we go back to the NSpy, and after we already changed the code, we have to still export it, go to File, Save Module, press OK. And if we go into Ravenfield now, here we go, if I press B now, you can see the slow motion is much more aggressive here. It's crazy slow. Crazy. Alright, the next stop is what are we going to do? We're going to make movement faster. And jumping and falling. So we're going to go to assembly -C# -firstpass.ell. Let's see if it's available there. Just minimize everything. Assembly -C# -firstpass. Here it is. Let's unfold it, unfold it. And here you don't go to the dash part, but you go to Unity Standard Assets characters first person. And then you click on first person controller. And then you click on fixed update. Fixed update is over here. All right, so here we need to find this part. We can Control C this and then edit method, Control F to search, and Control V to paste, and here it is. And this one we replace with this, just as it is outlined in the text file. And then we need to find this part. Oops. Many spaces. Oh, forgot about this one bracket. Meh. Okay, we're going to replace this with this here. Okay. And now let's press compile and file and save module and OK. And let's test this in Ravenfield real quick again. All right, they are slowed down as before, but I can move around all fast and stuff. And we can even jump. See? And we can sprint. Huh. Surprised sprinting works already. And but if we shoot, for example, it's still way too slow. So next step is to go back up, minimize everything, and now we're going to go to assembly -C#, no -firstpass. We're going to go to actor. No, not action. Actor. Here it is. And we're going to go to leave seat. Basically, we're going to do a bunch of changes right now because of the following issue. If I go into Slomo mode and here we go, Slomo, and I press F to enter a vehicle, it works the first time, but if I press F now, I cannot leave it because there is a certain timer in the game which prevents you from doing another action once you did one action. So that, for example, by pressing F, you don't go inside a car and then jump out of it immediately, because that's how key recognition is handled in Ravenfield. So if we go, for example, in here and now slow down time, if I press F now, it's okay, but if I want to go back in, it doesn't work. Nice surfing. So we're gonna remove this or slow down, speed up this timer, and also other timers, like, for example, for aiming. If you right-click to aim, that will also enable a timer, an action which blocks other actions. Whoa, it's pretty cool. So we're just gonna power through these. Actor, leave seat. Where are you? Here you are. So we're gonna find this. This cannot enter vehicle action. Here it is. Right-click, edit method. And we're going to replace it with code which, if AI controls this actor, not, and if time is slowed down, then it will be 0.01 duration, otherwise it will be the duration of 1 second, as per usual. So here it is. Place and compile. Okay, and here we have this issue which I'm not quite understanding. What we're going to just do is select everything, delete. This will take a few seconds. Let's do that again. Select all, delete. Now we're going to just drag assembly -C#.dll back in. And it should work again. I don't know what the reason is, but it doesn't matter. Actor, leave seat. Edit method, go down, and here it is. All right, let's not save it yet. Let's do the same for update weapon. For the aiming action, scroll down, update weapon, right-click, edit method, search for this, and replace it with this part in here. All right, all right, all right. Now I'm going to go to FPS actor controller. That's a different file. Scroll down. Here it is. Sample use ray is the name of a function we're going to manipulate. Sample use ray. And here we're going to replace this cannot leave action with this cannot leave action, start lifetime, etc. Where is that? It's here at the bottom. Okay. And another is the sprinting action. If you sprint, you cannot use your gun for a while. Let's also slow this down. We're going to go to the update function for this. Where this be? Update, right-click, edit, Control F, paste. Here it is, and we're going to replace it with this. All right. Leaning speed is something different, but let's do that as well. We do it in the same file. And we replace, yet again, this part with this part. Okay, the next thing is about zooming. Let's do that later. Now we're just going to test this. Remember to file, save module, etc. All right, so now we can enter and exit and enter and exit without delay. Let's see, can we shoot? Yeah, we can also shoot while aiming, so to speak. But the animation for the aiming is not yet accelerated. But that works already. And leaning, in slow-mo mode, leaning also works as fast as it should. Alright, let's get on with the next part. We don't need this part anymore. This was just for showing you when I press F, actually. Next, we're going to fix the zoom. And this is actually just the field of view part. If you right-click, you can see the field of view is slowly zooming in. If you don't time stop, this is how it should be. But if you time stop, then it zooms in ridiculously slowly. We're going to fix that. So we're going to go to yet another class, not FPS actor controller, but player FP parent. Scroll down. Player FP parent. Update. And here we're going to edit the method and... yeah, I keep saying function, but they're called methods, aren't they? But it's both is correct. Anyways, so this part we need to replace with this part. It again adds this factor which depends on the time scale. So this will fix the field of view zoom, and this part, the springing after the moving the camera. Let me show that first, because this has been, I have been hunting down this issue for the longest time. Alright, so first up, in slow-mo, we can now zoom in quick. And the thing we're going to try to fix next is the following. If you move your weapon around, it swings, yeah, like on a spring, because it actually uses a physical spring, which is, I think, a horrible way to do this. Anyways, if you slow down, then it just gets stuck and takes forever to go back. Normalization. You can actually normalize it by moving in the correct position, but it's just horrible for aiming properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to just accelerate the physical updates. We're going to make it update 100 times per frame instead of one time if time is slowed down. So we're going to we're going to still stay in update. And we're going to find this part, this rotation spring update. Edit method, find this part. All right, and now we're going to add this part right after. Here we go. I'm not sure about position spring, what that does, but rotation spring is definitely good. Position spring doesn't seem to hurt, so let's just do it. So that's going to fix that. Also, there's a weapon snap thing, which is when you aim, I believe. No, this is after recoil. Yeah. Thank me for writing comments. So we're going to go to the apply weapon snap function, apply weapon snap here, right-click, edit class. Whoops. No, don't edit class, edit method. So duration, this part, we're going to replace with this part. All right. We're going to do the next thing. I didn't even write what this does. I mean, this is supposed to animate the weapon faster. All right, let's just do this first. Let's test it real quick. So if we, okay, never mind, that part is still slow, but if we shoot, then it quickly recovers. Well, most of it at least. And this swinging from moving the camera doesn't take forever to stabilize. It's still weirdly springy, like your hands are springs or what. Anyways, let's not complain. Instead, let's continue with this part, which is supposed to accelerate weapons. Let's go to the weapon class. Here it is, weapon. And we're going to go to the update function first, because everything else depends on this, kind of, I think. We're going to just add this to the very, very bottom. Edit method, go to the bottom. I think right before this. Yeah, let's do this later. First, we're going to add this part, which reduces the wait time, or normalizes the wait time between two bullets. Cooling down sounds like it's cooling down from overheating, but it actually is a cooldown between two bullets shot. So let's find... let's not find it. Let's just put this at the beginning in the cooling down method. Cooling down is over here. Right-click, edit method, and right here we put this. Now let's try this out. Save module. Okay, and back to Ravenfield. All right, here we are, and slow-mo and shoot. And shoot. So this works. And can we shoot after switching weapons? No, we cannot. There's also this action which happens when you holster a weapon, which also blocks you from shooting until that is finished. So I cannot shoot this. I cannot. Also, reloading is not sped up yet. I cannot shoot this. For some reason I can throw grenades. I guess grenades are unaffected by that. So we did the cooling down. Update heat. Yeah, let's do the heat. Let's do the heat. Now this is the actual heat part. If we use this and just mash it, then we get to wait. I guess the normal wait time is 4 seconds, so now we wait 400 seconds probably. Not quite sure how this works. But basically you just disable the time stop mod during this. I am not entirely sure that I was able to fix this, but anyways, it helps. We go to update heat and speed up cooling. We replace this part with this part. Where is that part? Delta time is in this line. And I'm just not sure about this, so I think maybe we just update this to 4 times 400? 400F? Let's try it out. I thought that this actually reduces the time it takes until it overheats, but I'm not sure that's actually the case. I think it might actually affect the overheating part, the cooling down part. Alright, here we are, and blast it. Okay, here we are, overheating. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16. I don't know, it's really weird because it seems to always take 16 seconds instead of 4. Maybe I'm really not getting it. So this might be useless. Anyways, now to the reload, which is excellent. Let's go to reload. This is completely copied from USB's mod. Man, that's so good. So this part, this reloading equals true. After that, we're going to add this part. Equals true. Here we go. New line and paste. Compile. And compile. And actually, I mean, that wasn't compile. Anyways, we're going to also go to unholster and find this. Edit method. And at the end, before that, we're going to add this. Okay. So this takes care of unholstering. That means switching weapons. I hope that's all we need. And it takes care of Reloading weapons. Now the funny thing is the reload animation will be... Whoops. The reload animation will just be skipped, strangely enough. Here we are. Now if I shoot this and switch to the pistol, now I can shoot immediately after switching weapons. That's excellent. So we eliminated that wait time. And now let's go for the reload. So this pistol has 10 bullets it had, and now I mean, you can look at the bottom left counter. It automatically reloads. If I press R now, it also reloads. And this happens in adequate speed. The animation gets skipped. I'm not sure why and whether we can fix seeing the animation. But, I mean, that's fine. However, you probably noticed the annoying muzzle flashes. They are way too slow, and the smoke can also get annoying if there's a lot of it, especially with this, for example. These are particles, and the thing is, I was able to figure out how to remove these little muzzle flashes, but not the pistol ones, and many other weapons also not. And I don't know why. I think it... No, I just don't know why. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just remove these muzzle flashes and particle effects, because I couldn't figure out a proper way to get them all sped up. So we're going to go to fire from muzzle, the method. This is, by the way, the last step. Fire from muzzle. Here we are. Right-click edit method, and we're going to find if this yada yada contains transform. What's going on here? Here. We're going to just put this around it. This, we're going to start here and end with the closing curly bracket here. Because this part plays muzzle flashes and this part plays smoke and other particles. This is a shame for some cool looking weapons, but I prefer not having the deco than having it way too long on the screen. So there's also optional stuff for ladders, which I don't care about, and deafening sounds, which I don't care about because you're probably dead if you're deaf in a Ravenfield. So let's did I already say module? I guess I did. But anyways, we reached the point of end. I am not going to share the DLL files. You're going to have to make them yourself or get a friend to do it for you. One reason is that every version requires you to redo it all over again. Because if you use the same DLL files for different versions, that's why the old mod doesn't work. Then you're just going to screw yourself over. The game will not work, most likely, or will be extremely broken. Actually, most definitely. And yeah. Anyways, this is the mod. Now you control your allies, and of course also your enemies, without having to wait for your weapon reload times. Let's see, can we actually reload this part? Oh yeah, check it out. This is also sped up. Nice. Unfortunately, the mod doesn't work with vehicles because it's just too much work. Every vehicle type has a different script, and I couldn't figure out even one of them, how to fix them. Yep, that's right. But yeah, here we are in the enemy base, and they just shoot where we just used to be. This guy hasn't realized where we are yet. We can just run up to people and place grenades right under their feet if we want to. Of course, this is going to take a while. And this is also cool. We can just give him a bazooka to the face. Ah, that was a mistake. Okay, so maybe now it would be useful to have the deafening thing sped up. But you know what? Once physics are enabled and you are in Slomo mode, if you disable Slomo now, whee! Yeah, that kind of cool stuff also happens. Oh boy. Anyways, enjoy the mod, have fun, see you next time. Ciao! Whoopsie.